Well, this weekend, people across the country will honor the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today, the civil rights leader would have turned 92. Meanwhile, the country still has a long way to go with racial and health disparities, all during a global pandemic. Our Kenesha Dees brings us part one of the twin pandemic.
This past year, there's been talks about a twin pandemic, racial health disparities that can be categorized into poverty and racial injustice. They're two things Dr. King was opposed to. I spoke with local leaders to see if they still believe that his dream is alive.
I think Dr. King thought we would have been further along towards his dream than we are.
The desire to attain the dream is still alive. I think that portions of his dream may have been realized to a certain extent, just for the simple fact of things are desegregated.
Angela Curry with the United Women of Color Huntsville says more examples include our first Black male president and soon to be Black female VP. However, she says this is an exception compared to what the average persons of color experience day to day.
As far as their apparel and how we present ourselves, those things really matter because of how we are judged.
Alabama NAACP President Bernard Simulton says another setback, the Capitol riot.
Saw a Confederate flag being marched through the Capitol of the United States of America.
Curry says it takes consistent conversations about race relations in our communities, from the bottom to the top.
The leaders, the elected officials who we look to for leadership need to step up and make that a priority. I really believe that. So, and people will follow if they do that.
He didn't put a time frame on it. He said, we will overcome, and I have a dream that one day.
And we'll continue part two of the twin pandemic, focusing on poverty and racial health disparities. It'll air this Monday on MLK Day. Putting the Valley first, Kenesha Dees, WZDX News.